Hello and welcome to the Merry Boozers channel tonight, guys. It's Sunday, Super Bowl Sunday, and we have pre-recorded this episode because we are currently at a wedding right now. But I hope that you still enjoy this as always, even though we're not here to read your comments right now. We plan on still having a good time tonight, and I hope you guys really enjoy this episode. So tonight we have the brand new E-Flite Mustang that you saw us unbox last week sitting on the table. We're going to be hanging out tonight showing you some of the smart technologies, and we're going to do a little airbrushing tonight, something we haven't done in a while but I know a lot of guys really enjoy. I'm not going to go real dirty on this plane, but I still feel like a P-51 needs to have the exhaust down to one side and maybe some of the gun smoke on the wings. So with that being said, let's get into it. So, show you kind of what I've done, guys. If Lori will give me the top shot real quick. We've been getting the Mustang ready this week, and I've already got it assembled and I bound it up. It was real easy to bind. You just plug the connector in and hold the bind button, and then bind it up just like any other model. But it's kind of nice not having to have that bind plug. So I've got my iX12 here. And some of this stuff was really impressive to me. Let's see here. Go back to the main menu. So we're going to go to the dashboard here. I haven't added the custom picture in yet. I will do that. But I wanted to show you some of the really neat features that this Spektrum Safe, or Spektrum Smart technology, I should say, actually does. So we'll plug the airplane in. She's talking for a second. It does its little wiggle. And then check this out, guys. So now I can go over here to telemetry, and in real time, battery temperature, she was talking to me about something, frame loss. I mean, there's all kinds of settings though. Check this out. My battery needs to be charged right now. It's a little blurry, sorry about that, but tells you what the battery is currently. So while you're flying, you can actually see the live update of all this stuff in here. And like I said, I'm trying to get it to focus. There we go. But isn't that cool, guys? So it's really using the full capability of my iX12 now. Of course, we're not flying, and I'm still trying to get this to focus. There you go. Altitude, speed. It's going to tell you how fast your plane's actually going. I mean, this is crazy stuff, guys. I mean, more readouts than you could ever imagine on here. So yeah, your maximum voltage is what you started for, discharge current, how many amps you're drawing. I mean, this is crazy stuff. Tells you the actual cell voltage of each, come on, each individual cell over here on the side. Well, it's not focusing again. Come on, you can do it. Oh, there it is. All the cell voltages of each cell in the pack. I mean, this is crazy. RPM, AS3X, your gyro, how many G-forces are being pulled on the plane. I mean, it's just really neat, and this is something I wanted to show you, and I do plan on going more in depth. Front view for a second, Lori. I do plan on going more in depth with this in time, but I just kind of wanted you guys to see a little overview as I've been getting used to my smart technology coupled with my iX12. So I mean, like I said, you're really using all the features now finally of this touchscreen intelligent radio, and I mean, it's just crazy to me the stuff you get. The airplane, just to go over kind of, I'm going to unplug it now, and I left the prop off because I knew we'd be kind of messing with it here on the bench tonight, and I didn't want any kind of issues with getting hurt. Anytime you work on any of your airplane, guys, make sure you take that prop off. Especially something as big as this, it's 6S powered. I mean, you could really get yourself hurt. So just be safe and do that if you're going to work on it. But the assembly of the airplane wasn't bad. Several people have mentioned already that the wing is kind of difficult to put on, and I will go over that with you. That mine was also kind of difficult. I had one screw that didn't line up very well, and what I ended up doing is just taking my drill with a I can't remember what size drill bit. I should have looked beforehand. I just did it. Let's see, yeah. I used a 5 32nd inch drill bit, and I passed it through the wing. It's just barely a little bit bigger, and that made my hole just big enough to where I could get my screw to line up and go in. It didn't make the hole huge to where it's not catching anything. I just made it just a hair bigger because it was just a little off on one of them, and that made it where my screw went right in. I had to do the same thing on the E-Flite F-18. Guys that watched us put that together live on the show, I had heck with one of the rudder screws didn't line up just perfectly, and I just put this through that plastic, and it made it to where it just lined up awesome after that, and I didn't have any issues. So just like I said, if you're going to do it, don't open it up too much. You want that screw head to still have something to grab hold of, but it just made it to where it was able to wiggle just that little bit off and go right into it. So that was the only challenging part of the whole build, was that. There wasn't really any challenge per se, because all the wires in the wing are already done, and it has 4 pins that actually click into the scoop as you plug the wing in, and that holds that in. The elevator goes in as one piece, slides in, 3 screws from the bottom up through the tail to put the tail on, and then you just snap on your elevator ball link clevis, and the build is pretty much done then. I have the wings off tonight. I have already put them on. It is literally as simple as sliding them in, and they clip once they're in. They don't have any screws to hold this outside wing on, and I have snapped them in, like I said, and unsnapped them. It's a little difficult getting them off. You have to be real careful, and they finally just kind of out. But you want to not squeeze too hard because you'll damage your wings doing that if you're not careful. And then when you put them in, same thing, you kind of just give them a little wiggle and they'll finally pop in. Other than that, I mean, I really like the 3-piece wing design. This is going to make it super easy. Let me just show you guys. Super easy to put this in the car like that. You can see you still have your wheels if you want it setting on the wheels, but you can get this rather large airplane in and out of the car no problem now. With that design. So just kind of a little heads up, guys. Like I said, you've seen me unbox it already. I'm going to set that over there. I don't want to knock my radio off. Done that once already. That is not a fun experience, dropping your radio on the ground. But just kind of wanted to go over how the build process went with you guys. I haven't really had any issues. One little thing I'm going to show you, top shot for a second, Lori, that I found with mine. And each of you might have different things on this, but as you pull the battery in and out of this airplane, mine every once in a while, I'm just gonna give you this little heads up. This little box right here isn't actually attached, and it kind of wiggles up and down. Sometimes it catches on the battery strap, so just be kind of careful if you get one of these not to go ripping the battery out if it gets stuck on that. You just kind of got to push that down and it'll go in there. But I really like this design. This is really slick, because you know how hard it is to battery strap stuff in the airplane. Well, now it's, you know, I can do it right here. Super easy putting that battery in and out. If you've ever had a plane that has this tray in it, that is so awesome. I love these little trays. And then, like I said, you just line it up with the keyhole. Sorry if you're just getting nothing but head there. And it slides in and snaps. Whoops. And I haven't put the stick them on my battery yet, so it just kind of slid in there when I did it. But yeah, I really like it, guys. I cannot wait to fly this airplane. I'm sure it's going to be an amazing warbird. Yeah, that's it so far. I guess, real quick, everybody always wants to see the gear go up and down on this, and it has such neat sequenced gears. Let's do the gear for you once real quick. Let me grab my radio. We don't have the prop on, so it's perfectly safe to do this. Let me switch it back to the dashboard on my radio. And try not to knock my radio off on the ground. Plug her in real quick again. And contact, clear prop. Any safe plane, you want to let it set. It'll do its little dance. And my radio just said, battery not charged for flying. I have the volume turned really low right now, but she actually told me, don't fly your airplane, dummy. Your battery's dead. I know. Thank you. Alright, top shot for a second, Lori. Alright, let's give you a good shot of these gear, guys. This is awesome how they did this. So, center's open. And then close right on top of it. And look at how flush and clean that is. Beautiful. Here we come back out. And just like the real plane, the centers will close now. And we'll give you the tail wheel real quick. Let me spin her around. You want to zoom in a little bit? Is that too hard? Here we go. Lori's going to zoom it in for you. Zoom it, Captain Vlosh. Zoom it.
And click on the right thing.
She's doing it. I promise. Zoom it. All right, here we go. The little tail wheel. It's just a spring-loaded tail wheel, but give you the shot of it. And we'll let the other end finish. Bye. And coming back out. Beautiful. Love the gear on this plane. All right, I'm going to flip it back over. And Lori's going to switch y'all back to the front for a second as we get everything set up. And try not to whack anything as we turn the airplane over. There we go. So, there's that, guys. That kind of just goes over. Like I said, I finished the airplane this week. I actually wanted to go fly it and just didn't have a chance to get it out and fly it this week. But, who knows? Because it's actually it's not Sunday today whenever we're filming this. So I might still get it out between now and this. But it's always weird talking in the future. Go whoever's playing this year. It's not. I'm going to be honest. I don't watch football. So I have no idea who's playing tonight. It's usually the Patriots, but I think they're not actually in it this year. Alright, so I unplugged, and I'll turn this off. And let's get into some airbrushing. I know you guys that have been around for a while used to love our airbrushing videos, and I haven't done one in a long time. And I just thought, what's better to do on a night like this than to get to airbrushing. So what I'm going to do is get my trusty dusty stand out. So I have this one, and I also have my cruise in stand back there. But for this airplane and what we're doing right now, the good old super stand, ultra stand from Amazon would be the one I'm going to use tonight. Everybody should have one of these for $19. They're worth every penny. And I'm going to go in and just push the flaps up and get this sitting in here the way I want it. Maybe. Maybe. Well, poop-ah.
You had it earlier.
I did. I don't know what I'm doing differently now. You gotta hold your mouth just right. You know, normally it wouldn't matter, but I'm trying to let you guys watch what I should have done. Shoulda, woulda, coulda is... Alright, maybe I do want the other stand. Alright, I can't hold my mouth right. I'm gonna get the other stand. Hang on. Easier said than done when you got an airliner. Y'all wanted to watch me juggle tonight anyway. Oh gosh, don't drop the airliner. Kevin wouldn't be happy.
Don't drop it.
Dun-na, dun-na, dun 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 dun. Anyway, sorry, I'm a dork, I know. Copyright infringement. Jaws time. Alright, we're gonna get the cruise in stand now since the other one wasn't fitting. It was fitting just fine, but I'm trying to get this thing to... I'm not having any luck. I need to put the gear up, I guess. I'm trying to turn this up to where you can actually see what I'm doing tonight, guys. So you get to see the gear go up one more time. I know, IX-12. Battery not charged for flight. Alright, one more time here. I gotta figure out how to hold this and flip the switch. thing on the cruising stand on these larger models, you can't put the gear up and down with them facing the table because it'll hit on the center bar. Alright, here we go. Let's try this one more time. Alright, now I'm going to be able to do it. Y'all wanted to watch me fumble? You're all commenting along, look at this dummy. I'm sure. Wesley, what the heck? Alright. Flaps up. Turn this like this. Oh yeah, now we're cooking with gas. Still not quite where I'd like it. I'd like it up about there, but maybe I can do it on the other. Hey wait, I think I got another stand. I got this now. I got this now. Look at that, I got another one. Still not quite where I wanted it. We're gonna get this. We're gonna get this.
One of these days.
Close enough right there, huh?
Just don't move it too much.
Hey wait, what if I do this? Can you move it up in there?
Oh yeah.
Here we go. Alright, you're just gonna get some of the ground tonight. Alright, zoom her in. Zoom it, Captain Blosh. I knew we'd figure this out, it was just kind of painful. There you go. Beautiful job, Lori, beautiful.
Woo.
And transition.
Woo.
Hey, there it is. So we're going to be airbrushing this tonight, guys, right in here. I have gone on ahead and added my custom Boozer sticker. No plane is complete without a Boozer sticker on it, as you know.
Yeah.
We're going to be using our fancy dancy 1995 airbrush off of Amazon right here. Nothing really that fancy about it. I've got a moisture trap right here in the middle of it. And then I'm just using my cheapo $59 air compressor. I do have a little pot off to the side. For you guys that haven't ever seen this before, this might be kind of fun. This is a airbrush cleaning pot. And we're going to start getting into this. What I'm going to do first, fire up the old air compressor. And you'll hear the humming all night tonight. And I'm sorry, there's no way around that. We're going to put a little cleaner through the brush. Make sure the brush is shooting okay. Haven't used it in a little while. Oh yeah. Sorry, you couldn't see that. Spraying lots of cleaner out, but it's good. So we know we're good there. I'm going to take it in the cup. Oh, look at this. Lori's got it figured out somehow now to switch between the two. So, I know to be right here. Alright. So there we go. There's that. The air compressor's running all over the table. What we're going to do first is get our black and not try and drop everything everywhere. I am using Testors black. I've liked this stuff. It seems to not rub off with finger action if you're pushing on it or anything. I've used some of the other stuff from like Walmart and things, the apple barrels and that sort of stuff, and it seems like if it's got any kind of dew on it, that stuff rubs off really easy, and we don't want that on our pretty new Warbird. So, here we go. I had set. Get me a little piece of paper here, just to make sure my brush is working. Alright, working good. Here we go. Now, we're going to take this real light. I don't want a super dirty airplane here. I just want a little bit of love. And we're going to try and make everything look as if it's coming out here. Can you see that, Lori?
Yeah.
Alright, so what we're doing is just kind of blackening. Not super, super dirty here. Like I said, this is a show plane. It's been taken care of, but we do want some of this to show. Back here on the silver, you're going to have to use a little bit more black than on the yellow. And we're going to kind of come back here. I'm going to make this a little darker. And we're just going to fade that line back to about there. Now, on the camera right now, it looks like you can't even read this. Let me see if I can pick it up and get it. I think it's the way the light's hitting it right now. But it's actually very opaque when you're looking right at it, kind of like that. And you can see that just gave us the black. Now we're going to add some other colors in here. And I'm going to try and do this to my best of my ability where you can see it, guys. And also, I can see what I'm doing. I'm going to add a little bit more back here. Just make it look a little more blended. Like that. Since we've got the airplane up right now and we're doing the black, this is almost impossible, but I'm going to flip it over so you guys can watch it and do the other side. Oh, knocking stuff over. Where'd I stop? Right, yeah. And the trick is to try and not put my fresh wet paint right where I'm putting my stand. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this because of the way the light is. Let me try and move one of our stage lights real quick, guys. Excuse me, dog. Excuse me. You're right in the way. Oh, I didn't even kick him. I barely moved him. He didn't want to move. All right. Can you see better now?
Yeah.
Does that give us more light like that?
A little bit.
All right. Here we go. Hopefully I can see a little better now. You all right, Winnie? I'm sorry I made you move.
A little bit.
Guys, I'm not telling you gotta be Picasso or anything with these, but just adding this little bit, you're not even doing much to this. You're just spraying a little bit of paint and it'll set your bird off so much more at the field than the other guys that don't do anything. They just take them out of the box and go. Step back and look at it. Looking pretty good. Always try and keep it where it looks like the wind's been taking it. You want a nice straight line. I just kind of eyeball it.
It looks so dark on the screen.
I know it looks really dark right now, guys, and it's not though. See, it's just a nice clean line under there. Right, like, so hard to hold this and figure out where to put it and everything. Okay. Now that I put that light right in the way, actually, difficult. Telling you guys, this is challenging.
Letting them watch your
Laurie,
struggle.
you might want to grab the light for me. Can you turn around? Sorry, this is difficult. There you go. Pull that back just a little bit. Thank you. All right, let's zoom out on the top now where we get the wings. Somewhere in, yeah. This is difficult, but we do have a lot better setup now than what we used to have for doing this. There you go, get that wing right there. Actually, what I'm going to do is turn the airplane this way. I know that it screws up the front shot, but...
Everybody's just looking at the button.
Right? No. Oh, are they looking at the wrong camera?
Yeah, they're looking at
Sorry.
the camera right
Top
now.
shot.
I was letting them watch you struggle.
Oh, okay. Alright, so here we go. We're going to put a little gun streak on here. Nothing crazy. We're just going to make it look as if the guns had been used. Not going overkill on this airplane, guys. Like I said, just very light on all of our effects. This is not a super dirty airplane. We just want it to look as if, you know, it's been a little flung. I like the gun smoke. I think it looks great. And all that matters is that I like it on my plane. And I'm just showing you, these are all techniques you can use on any of your airplanes. But a warbird, you gotta do it. Gotta do it. Let's see, that looks pretty good. And you can always go crazier, but I don't want to with this. We're, like I said, subtlety on this one. Dang, where did I bang the poop out of this one? Alright, flip it over. If you do the top, you gotta do the bottom. There we go. Like I said, subtle. Nothing crazy here. This is a very light effect. You won't probably see it while it's flying. The one on the side you'll definitely see, but there you go. That was it. Just a little subtle thing. All right. Now. See, I don't like putting this thing in the stand like I was doing because I was just chewing it up. It's the only bad thing about trying to film this way. Let's get the other stand. I got a better idea. Because it's hitting all over everything. Alright. You get zoomed in, Laurie? Up on the nose. Try and get the light in the right spot again. You guys have no idea, it's difficult. I know you're going to see a light right now, but you got to have it for this. Now, I'm going to switch colors real quick, so you might as well stay on the front for just a second. Huh? Hey, look at that, you got it. Magic. Alright, so, what did I do with my paper towels? That's the magical question.
Here.
I know I brought some over here. Yeah, here they are. Alright. Normally I'd take this over to the sink and clean it out, guys, but you're here tonight and I need to do a color change rather quickly. So we're going to put a little of this in there. Swish it around. Spray it out. Put a little more in there. Swish it around. Spray it out. This is just regular old airbrush cleaner. Amazon special. Once again. Swish it around. Clean it out. Now, next color we're going to do. A little Vallejo Model Air. Here it is. Number 71.03 something. And it's called... Oh, come on.
Mud brown.
Mud brown. There you go. Mud brown. What, Laurie? I don't know what you're talking about. We're known to get a little goofy here, guys. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're an old guy coming back watching us from weeks gone past, welcome back. We love you. We miss you. Come back home. Oh no, I'm going to start singing again.
No, here we go.
Now I've been working on the railroad. Oh, that's plenty. Whoops. A little on the table there. Gosh, can't have nothing nice. Alright, we didn't need much of this, although we need a little bit more than that. I'd like to just... All I wanted to do, that I'm using a very little amount, all I did was put enough in that little ball right there, as you can see, just to get enough to spray a little. Whew. Now let's take this, and I'm just making sure it switches colors. You can see it's coming out brown. Alright, I got hiya. And we're just going to hit this with a little brown now. All we're trying to do is break it up from being just one color. If you ever look at exhaust stains on an airplane, they're not one color. And I mean, it's a very subtle effect, guys. You don't need much. A little more brown. That's it. I mean, it is that simple. This is a very quick, down and dirty painting technique here. We gotta flip the plane over again. And I'm sure it's gonna be on the wrong spot. Juggling techniques again. This is the hard part about doing this live, even though this isn't live.
Live, but not live.
Alright, Laurie. Here we go. Although with this humongous light sitting beside me, man, it's a lot easier to do this. And I'm just kind of fading it. A little bit of tan and brown. That's it. I mean, it was very subtle, and I don't even know if it's going to pick it up on camera. I'm going to go and turn the airplane over since I got it here, and then I'll hold it up for you to see it. That was a very, very subtle effect. If y'all are seeing it now, just the black and the browns. Trying to get that on camera so you can see it. It's very subtle. Now our next effect is the one that is put that back in there. There we go. The next effect, this is some dangerous stuff the way I'm doing this. Normally I would never hang my plane off the side of the table like this. Alright, put a little bit of cleaner in here. We're going to mix it up. We're going to do another color change. So, back down to the table she goes. Getting to watch some paint dry. At the bottom of the barrel, we're going to take our little thingy. We're going to clean her out the best we can with our handy dandy paper towel. You can only buy these from us, of course. You can't get paper towels anywhere else on the internet. Especially not anywhere locally in your local markets or Dollar Gents Tools. Don't forget to put the cap on your paint. We don't want nothing drying out. Bob Ross style now, everybody. Shh. We're going to paint some pretty exhaust. Very pretty exhaust. Pretty exhaust. I know y'all have missed this, our airbrushing videos. These are always fun. Something different. It's time consuming, but it's an art form that's a lot of fun, guys, if you ever get a chance to do it. Next color we're going to use, Vallejo Model Air 71. 71. Come on. Come in. 71.050 light gray. We need a very little of this, guys. Not a lot. This effect you can overdo really easy, so if you wanted to skip this step, you could until you get a little better at shooting your airbrush. This is a very subtle step. I got 3 drops of paint, and that's going to be way too much. So, Lori, back to the plane. And alright, grab our little thing. Yeah, we're gonna make sure that we get all the brown out and back to the gray, and there we go. Like I said, very subtle. This is only gonna happen right here as it's exiting the airplane, and the exhaust is really hot. So very lightly, right down the center and down the struts. Not struts, but ooh, too much. Very fine here. Like I said, you can overdo this effect really easily. Okay? Let me hold it up now, because I know you probably can't even see what I just did without getting the light just right on it. But I just put a little bit right there. Down that. And I'd like to get it up in there, kind of where you see that yellow between the two of them, but it's not that big a deal, guys. I promise, when it's sitting there, it's going to look good. If I was being real anal with this, though, yeah, I would probably paint. You can see it in between the little twos. But there you go. Get it right up on it, and you can kind of see the effect I've got there. That gray on the brown on the thing, and you fade it back through there. Man, I am really close to the camera right now. But I think you can really pick it out. Look at that beautiful Mary Boozer sticker, just in case you guys were looking for one of those. Plug. You can get them at caligraphics.com under the Boozer sections. Anyway, that's that. Oh no! It's my air compressor I keep hearing falling. Catch it. Ooh, come here.
Everybody's trying to dance off the table.
The air compressor's dancing right now, and it does not like this plastic table. Alright, we got to do the other side real quick. So, let's go on and get plane set in there. Pull this over here. Over here. I actually kind of need a light behind me when we're doing the airbrushing ones, it looks like. But in the past, I could never actually stand in the right spot, so this is kind of nice tonight. to just be able to do this. Like I said, very light effect. We don't want to go crazy with our gray. And just like that. That's it. And I'll get this side up for you real quick. And if you were wanting to see the wings real quick, real close, I mean, that's all I did. Just a little bitty streak. Looks like they've been shot. And you should see me trying to hold this thing in here for you guys right now. Trying not to hit lights and everything else. There's that side. Lori, show them the front right now. This is what I get to do every week to show you guys this. I don't think you understand. I'm trying to hold an airplane up. There's TVs, there's lights everywhere. It's fun. Alright. That concludes the airbrushing. We need to clean up our mess first. Don't forget to clean up your airbrush when you finish. You do not want to leave paint in it. Let's see. Yeah, Lori's watching. We're going to shoot the last of that paint out. Put a little bit of solvent in. You can take apart your airbrush and clean it, but for 20 bucks, I throw these away when they quit working. And I just try and get most of, if not all of, out by spraying. I know that's not right, and some people are going to get mad at me. My time's worth more than to take this airbrush apart every single time. I've been on this. This is actually my favorite airbrush I've ever owned. This type of feed, it just doesn't gum up. So I really have liked this one since I got it. And it says Master Airbrush on the side of it if you're wanting a brand. But I don't know if you can see that or not. But I really liked this one. I picked it up for Amazon for like 20 bucks. And it's been really good to me. And like I said, when I get done, I just make sure to spray a bunch of this cleaner through it till I can see that the cleaner's coming out nice and pretty and without crap in it. You can use alcohol to cut this paint, but what I find is it kind of ruins the O-rings in your airbrush, and this stuff's dirt cheap, so I bought this bottle, oh my gosh, forever ago, and I've only used, I don't know, that much out of it. So, I mean, it's not that big a deal to buy the good stuff. Turn the airbrush off, we're going to set that aside. Make sure all our paints are closed, so if Wesley knocks something over here in a minute, I don't knock paint everywhere. Let's get the gear back out on the Mustang and getting her setting here on the table on her own feet. Once again, jet battery not charged for flying. Thank you. Alright. Figure out where to hold it from. Hit the button. Oh, almost stuck my fingers right in the gear door.
Gosh.
That would have hurt. Or messed something up. Alright, there we go. Unplug. And put the canopy back on. Guys, we have almost finished our plane, ready for its maiden flight. Looking beautiful. Turn my radio off. And like I said, that little bit of airbrushing, it's nothing crazy right now, guys, but you see, it just kind of adds that little extra touch on the front. I guess real quick, we could throw the prop on it. Now that we're done farting with it for the night. Like I said, takes just a few seconds. I'm sorry you're not looking at me right now. I need to aim the camera up a little bit for me standing up this much. Throw this on there, get that full look of the airplane real quick. Nothing to it. There it is. Well, get that tight real quick. Don't have to go crazy on these guys. Plenty tight. Put that on. I know. What the heck? That fit on there just a second ago. There we go. That. little screw. Figured we'd go and stick the airplane all the way together so y'all could see it in one big piece. And I hope that's, yeah, it's lining up. Another thing I've really enjoyed, I got this little tool at Lowe's the other day, and it's a Craftsman, but it came with all these little different Allen keys in a screwdriver. Man, and it's handy, and you can flip it over and change sizes. But man, for working on these airplanes, this thing's a lifesaver. Just throwing that out there. Got it at Lowe's. It might be available on Amazon. I know Craftsman is owned by Lowe's now, so you may only be able to get it there. But man, this thing is great. Loving it. Loving it, loving it, loving it. And it came with all kinds of different sizes. Absolutely love it. If I didn't say it already, I love it. But that is a tool I can't believe I've lived this long without. And I know there's other brands of these RC little screwdriver things, but I've never actually had one. I've always had regular Allen keys. Never again. I'm always going to have Allen key screwdrivers now. That is fantastic. But yeah, look at the size of that prop. Woo! Would not want to get hit by that one. So that's why we worked without the prop one. We'll slide the wings on real quick just to show you how easy that is. Caught it.
Almost bad.
Almost dropped it right there. That wasn't bad. Telling you, sometimes, guys, this is not easy. But this is how easy it is to put the wings on this airplane.
Can't even get there.
I don't know how to get it to where you can see what I'm doing. Well, okay, I'll snap this one on, then I'll come over to the other side. But you just get them lined up. Oops, give them a little press.
Sounds like you're breaking it.
No. There it goes. And they just pop. I mean, when you get it there, they just kind of fly on. Hang on. Let me get over to the other side. You wiggle them, and I mean, it's just kind of, they finally snap in. I'm going to try and do this where you can see it this time. I don't know how to get it on the top shot where you can actually see this. There's my butt. So the wing goes in somehow. There it goes. It slides in, and then you just kind of wiggle it and put some firm pressure, and it will snap in, I promise. And then it just snaps in like that. Oop, I didn't drop nothing. Okay. And there it is. They're on. Not my butt yet. Here we go. So, that's it. P-51's put together. And it is that easy to take the wings on and off to go to the field with this plane too. That is a fantastic feature. Takes a little bit to get used to. There it is from the front, guys, just to give you another shot of it. And it's big. It's a good size airplane. I've really been enjoying it though. Just the assembly and kind of painting it and stuff. Can't wait to fly it. I imagine it's going to fly amazing. Reminds me a lot of like the Flightline Corsair, the P-47 from FMS. This is the same general size as all those airplanes, and if it flies as good as all of them, really gonna love it, I'm sure. That coupled with that smart technology thing, that's gonna be awesome. I might have to look into putting that ESC in some of my other airplanes just to enjoy that feature. But I really like the paint job on this airplane too. You know, it's not one I've seen on a lot of model airplanes, and I really like it. I think that the blue is just beautiful on this plane, and I really like it. And invasion stripes on a Mustang are just a no-brainer, guys. So I hope you have enjoyed tonight's episode. Whoever just won the Super Bowl, if it's about that time, unless it's going till midnight or whatever. I don't watch sports, sorry. This is my sport. RC airplanes, live, breathe, and eat it. But you know what? Go Patriots or whoever it is, like I said. I don't even remember. Go Bears. What is it? Yankees? Something like that. Go Yankees. I don't know. But anyway, we hope you enjoyed the episode as always. Check out the merch store. Don't forget, if you want some Boozer stickers, we've got plenty of those available through Cali Graphics now. Our t-shirts for short. The t-shirt store is always down in the description. If you want to support us by buying a shirt, that's awesome. If you wanted to support us through the super chats, however you decide to do it, we do appreciate every little bit you do. It makes us to where we can do this kind of content for you every week and enjoy it. Speaking of content every week that you enjoyed, hopefully you liked the T33 videos this week. We had a lot of fun with that. And then the Ultrix. So, guys, it's a great time to be around the hobby and great time to be here at the Merry Boozers channel. You've been with us from the beginning. Thank you so much. The growth of the channel has been great. And, man, I can't thank y'all enough. Mrs. Boozer should come over here and just poke her head in for a second and say hi to everybody, since we're pre-filming this tonight.
Since I look like poop still.
Oh, you'll be okay. Come on in for a second,
And my
Miss
Captain
Boozer.
America over her.
She got her Captain America on. Guys, thank y'all so much for coming and spending your evening with us, goofballs. I love getting Miss Boozer here on the camera. She hates it. But I love her getting to be here with you guys. I mean, isn't it great to have a wonderful wife that stands beside me in this hobby and comes with us every week to hang out with her? So, guys, thank Mrs. Boozer down in the comments. We love you guys, and we're going to let you go. I'm going to let her run over to the computer to get on. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fly with your buddies. See you later.